Hey guys, welcome back. Good morning to y'all, and happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. So I figured I would do a Mother's Day stream. Not quite sure how many people we're going to have, but it's Breath of the Wild and it's Master Mode, so I thought, that might help. Anyway, guys, please take a moment, like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate those things. Maybe not right this minute, but as we get into this, definitely would appreciate that. Now, don't worry, I'm going to get myself out of the way during gameplay here. But I did a Master Mode playthrough a couple years back, and the quality of the series just wasn't very good. Very grainy, very blurred, bad audio. So that's basically why I'm redoing the Master Mode. Now, you might be wondering, well, why should I watch this Master Mode playthrough? Guys, I've got a real good strategy to this. It's going to be for DLC and non-DLC users. We're going to get you armed up, suiting up, and eating up very early game. We're going to have the bone system. It's just going to be a party. You're going to be able to basically mow down anything that gets in your way. So guys, it should just be a real good, hopefully top tier playthrough. And guys, thank you so much for saying that about some of my other series. Talk about a real honor. People emailing me and say, look, I know your videos don't get many views, but this is definitely top tier stuff. It's like, wow, thank you so much. Like that really helps motivate me to keep going here. So hopefully, I can make good on that and make this another top tier playthrough for you guys. So good. Gotta have that coffee flowing. So yeah, I'm definitely all Zelda it up today. Got the Wind Waker thing going on. Got the Breath of the Wild thing going on. And then just got the generic thing going on. So I think... Let's see if I can point right. Yep. Breath of the Wild back there. Breath of the Wild over there. Breath of the Wild over there. There's no mistake in what kind of stream this is going to be. With the exception of... kind of the odd men out over here. That's all Mario stuff. Oh, speaking of Mario stuff. Haha. Ein Moment bitte. Every time I do something good, I'm going to try to remember to hit that. I've been forgetting. We'll see how that goes. But another funny thing about me parking that thing over there is every time my mic falls down, it activates that. So like I can hear that from across the house when that's happening. So much fun being me. Alright guys, I'm just going to give the stream a few more minutes to warm up here. And I haven't even done a stream check yet. I should probably do that, huh? Oh, so I wanted to say thank you to those of you that did check out my new channel, that Lore After Dark. That was American Justice that came up with that name, so I went with it. But yeah, definitely did my first Cyberpunk stream last night. 4 hours. 4-hour stream. Hey Kathy, good morning to you. Happy Mother's Day. I should probably type that into my welcome message, because it is technically a Mother's Day stream that we're doing here. Okay, this ought to be interesting now. How exactly I'm going to do this. Okay, good. I was like, uh-oh, is it not working? It's just a little bit delayed today. Excuse me. Yeah, Kathy, it's funny. I was just talking about this last night on my Cyberpunk stream. So, my top three games, without even having to think about it. Breath of the Wild, Cyberpunk, Skyrim. Like, those three, I can just keep playing. Probably until the end of my days. And they're the three I always want to come back to. I've tried all these other games that folks have asked me to try. And they were fun, don't get me wrong. But the whole time I'm like, man, I miss Breath of the Wild. Man, I miss Cyberpunk. Man, I miss Skyrim. So, yeah, definitely my top threes. I have yet to play another game ever that has come anywhere close to these three. So like this one in particular, I'll never quit playing it. Funny thing is, I really haven't been on it now these past few months. I've been so busy with other projects, I haven't even played in leisure time. Like, I'm definitely ready to get back into it, but it'll feel kind of fresh again. So I'm really excited for this playthrough. Hey, Brad, 60... What? Yeah, 6360. See my memories, right? Good to see you today. Funny. Yeah, me too. Me too. I almost got on yesterday, but guys, I was having issues yesterday. Couldn't get it going. Finally, about 20-30 minutes, and I was like, well, this is silly. Might as well just call it for the day. But yeah, I was really trying to get on here yesterday. So, hey, better late than never. But yeah, going back to that other Master Mode playthrough I did, just real grainy, real poor quality audio and stuff. So hopefully, this time I'll balance that a little bit better. And guys, please feel free to tell me in live chat here if, my voice is way too strong or if the game audio is way too strong and overpowering my voice or vice versa. I'll be happy to adjust those on the fly here as we go. Make sure it's good quality this time. I don't have any spinach. So my car broke. It went kaput. And I don't have any spinach. Actually, I don't have a lot of groceries, so I'll probably have to do like a Uber Eats order later and get some groceries in. But so yeah, no spinach challenge today. Yeah, it's very true, Kathy. It's one of those games you can make it a different game every time. One thing I always loved about it. I actually did one playthrough. I wanted to do all the divine beasts. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing else. No Korok seed hunting. It was tough, but I did it. And I can't remember now why I was trying to do that. Probably to get to Master Sword Trials or something. I honestly don't remember now, but it was a very short playthrough, I'll put it that way. Yep, good deal, Kathy. We can be coffee buddies today. Happy Mother's Day indeed. Alright. So let's see here. We're about, getting close to that 10-minute mark. I think I've already got it set to master mode here. So yeah, we're actually ready. Another thing I want to do is... Actually, I don't think I can hit that yet. That's going to start the game right away. I was going to try to audio check, but I'll have to wait until the game actually fires up for that. So just once again, guys, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who checked out the new channel last night. I know Cyberpunk is not going to be for everyone, and guys, please don't feel obligated to go over there and sub. If you never plan on watching that game, don't bother. Hopefully, that'll get some views. I don't know. It's a new channel. It really didn't get anywhere, but, it's only one. It's only one stream, so... I'm hoping to maybe find a different audience on that side. That's why I'm saying, please don't feel obligated to go sub to it. I've heard the video gaming community can be very toxic, and I'm afraid that that's one of the games that might draw some of that. So it's really just an experiment for me. So for a lot of different reasons, that's why I wanted to do the Cyberpunk game on a different channel. The main reason was really, as I know a lot of you guys trust me, you can hand your phone to your kids and trust whatever they see on my channel is going to be, relatively kid-friendly. Cyberpunk is not kid-friendly. So, I just felt that putting that on this channel was just taking a risk there, and once a kid sees something, they can't unsee it. So I just felt it was more responsible to do a separate channel for that. I know, Brad, so it's a little bit not as fun, I guess, in Master Mode, because I don't do a lot, I just kind of get through the shrines. I don't really get into combat, because, you're going to break all your weapons on one blue Bobkin. It's like, what's the point? So, it's a quicker run-through for me on Master Mode, doing the Great Plateau, but it's still a lot of fun. There's been times I've restarted the game just so I can play the Great Plateau again. Like, I missed it. I don't know, I missed the old man, and it's just a lot of fun. It really is an awesome game intro. One of the best out there, if not the best out there. Okay, guys, and something that I'm going to get back to doing is when I first started streaming, I wasn't on chat a lot, but I got some complaints about that from one or two individuals saying, I feel ignored in live chat. So then I tried to do a better job of, keeping up with the live chats. The bad thing is, it's kind of like you can only really do one thing or the other. So, what I decided to do is kind of go back to what I was doing there for a while. It was working really well. Play a good segment, take a break, get back on camera, do some chat, get back into the game. So I will not be very responsive to live chat, but I will definitely read them all and catch up on them all during breaks and whatnot. Yeah, Brad, I really wanted to keep it all on one channel, but Cyberpunk, it's extreme. It's really graphic. Like, language, it's horrible. I really wish they give creators a way to shut that stuff off, or anyone, as a matter of fact. Just give player choice. If you don't want to hear profanity, you can turn it off, kind of thing. It's just not an option on that game. Excuse me. I love the game. Don't get me wrong. One of my top 3. I just really have to mentally push past all the raunch and all the gore and stuff that's in it. Excuse me. Alright guys, I feel like we've done a real good thorough intro here. I will get myself out of the way and do a proper intro. And get into some master mode. If I can get my windows squared away. My windows. Peace out, Home Scout. Alright, let's do this little dance. So, master mode, new game, absolutely. Wait a minute. Ah, that's right, 2 save files. That's the one I think I just completed. Might as well take advantage of that. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Amazing start to a video game. I absolutely love it. It's short, sweet, to the point, and it's like a picture is worth 1,000 words. It tells you all you need to know. I really liked that they didn't overdo cutscenes and dialogue in this game. It's all very short and sweet. But it's well done. Like, there's a lot of meat and potatoes and all of that. So guys, Level Up Royal here with you. Welcome to my stream, or my overall walkthrough series of Breath of the Wild Master Mode. Guys, it should be a real good playthrough. Should be able to give you a real good walkthrough here. I know the game well. I've got thousands of hours into Breath of the Wild here. Not only that, I've got a real good strategy. It's a strange tragedy. I've got a real good strategy here to get us through and to get armed up, suiting up, and eating up very, very early game. As a matter of fact, right off the Great Plateau here, guys. We're going to go weapon hunting.
It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Right off the Great Plateau. We're going to be very overpowered. So, yeah, we're going to go to the rainforest. We're going to do all that fun stuff. It's going to be a real good playthrough. I've had some folks reach out to me just on email and tell me that they understand my videos don't get a lot of views, but they thank me for having a top tier video series. And I was like, wow, that's a real honor to hear that. So thank you for saying that. Master mode, it's no different, guys. Now, this is going to be DLC and non-DLC user friendly. So I won't just focus on one or the other. I'll kind of do both. That way, if you have the DLC, I'll show you where to get some of this stuff right away. If you don't have the DLC, likewise, I'll show you where to get some of this stuff right away. The bone system, it's my bread and butter, it's my meat and potatoes, it's my everything. Absolutely. Okay, guys, so right off the bat, we've got a little bit of an armor upgrade here. Go ahead and don your new clothing. And I am playing on the Switch too.
To the pedestal.
So hopefully that'll be better graphics, especially in the gameplay, than what you guys are used to from my older series. Oh wow, Kathy. That's awesome to hear. Thank you. I had no idea that was happening.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Alright guys, let's do this little dance. So, I always like to run myself out of stamina here. Now get that little tutorial window out of the way, because it's annoying. But, yeah, it's funny, because when I used to, like, talk to people, how did they find my channel? They would say it was always the Shrine videos. And that's funny, because that series that I did, 8 years ago or whatever it was now, it wasn't great quality, and I recorded that with a camcorder. The audio was atrocious. It made my voice sound like it was cracking all the time, and it modulated my voice very oddly with the echo in the room especially. But, just very poor quality. But, they're the ones that get shown. It's very crazy that the Shrine videos got shown. Funny thing is, fast forward to Tears of the Kingdom, that series really isn't getting watched much, but the ones that are doing good are the Sky Island videos that I did, and the Great Fairy videos that I did. There was only 4 of them, or maybe 5. And the Shrine videos are not doing good at all. So it's just really weird, what ended up doing well and what didn't. And how that differed between the 2 video games that I did. But I'm really happy that, the Sky Island videos did good, because at least it's a way folks can find my Tears of the Kingdom series. Alright guys, so Great Plateau. If this is your first time playing Master Mode, guys, I have a very different strategy in the way I approach combat, specifically. So, in regular mode, I just kill everything. Get it done. Get that KO credit going. That hidden stat that gets your levels or your weapons leveling and your enemies leveling, which is attached directly to that weapon leveling system. It's all hidden stats, guys. It's there, trust me. So the way that you accelerate that is you just kill everything, KO credit, kill credit, whatever you want to call that. Here in Master Mode, you don't necessarily have to grind on that as hard. The weapon and enemy progression is going to happen pretty quickly. So here on the Great Plateau, I just avoid combat as much as possible, because again, you're going to be breaking all your weapons on like one blue bobkin, and the reward for that is just not much. Some people really like to pursue the combat here, and if you're good at perfect dodging and all that fancy stuff, feel free. I just don't feel like the reward that we're getting from all that extra effort, it's just really not there yet. So once I get myself armed up, suiting up, and eating up, that's when I'll go out and start doing the combat. That's when I'll start doing my hunts and all that fun stuff. And guys, just like per the usual, get your beetles. These are attack power elixirs. You combine that with a monster part. You can even toss some food in there with that, although we are not going to have any attack power foods just yet. But that's coming. That's one reason we're going right to the rainforest. Gotta get that attack power going. You guys know me. Attack power is everything.
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Thanks so much, Brad. Yeah, that was a lot of thought. I put a lot of thought into that. You know, the kid in me just wants to go play with my toys. So, you know, the kid in me wants to just go right to the rainforest and forget all else. But, you know, I realize, especially for a new player, that's a bit difficult. You know, the stam just isn't there. Just having a little bit more, you know, going into that was definitely more helpful, I thought. So I'm going to be following a similar pattern to Master Mode here. Really, the main difference with my Master Mode strategy is the combat. You know, when I start the combat, when I start my hunts. Just a little bit of a prep to that. And guys, there is a white maimed Lynel on the Great Plateau here in Master Mode. I don't think I have a map yet. I really can't show it. But yeah, that Lynel's running around right around here somewhere out in the... Oops, wrong buttons. Just on the other side of the church there, where those trees kind of go into like a little plateau area, or meadow, I guess you can call that. Go ahead and talk to your old man, but first things first, I want to steal his apple. That's just the game teaching us how to cook food here. Oh, hey, Dee Dee. Yeah, good to see you, too. Glad to have give you some company while you're at work today. Awesome, awesome. If your boss asks, just tell him I really need your help just for a quick second, and I apologize. I'll totally back you up on that. Alright, so, yeah, just get your apples, you know, cook a little food here. That's why I've been collecting the mushrooms and the apples. This is going to be your heart replenishment, so this differs from most Zelda games where you can just, you know, go around and find hearts laying around. There are no hearts laying around here in BOTW. You got to cook it. And I really like that. That was a welcome change to the Zelda franchise. It's just something new, fresh. You know, I love having the different meal options. It's just a lot of fun. And wow, guys, it's like riding a bike. You know, I'll be honest, I was a little bit nervous going into this today. I'm like, you know, I haven't played Breath of the Wild in a while. It's been almost a year. You know, am I going to be able to play it? Like, am I going to forget the steps? No, it's just like riding a bike. It's coming right back. Awesome stuff. So yeah, cook up whatever you can here. Again, this is your health. This is your lifeline. So I'm definitely going to be relying on these here moving forward. Especially if a blue hits me or something. They're going to do a lot of damage. It's not going to be easy peasy here. No easy peasy lemon squeezy. And guys, make sure you spam the A button as you're picking up rocks. So, you know, I'll keep spamming button here and kind of walk underneath it like this. And that'll be sure that you collect anything before it has a chance to get away from you. Not only that, if there's a rupee under there, you'll walk into the rupee. For whatever the reason, if you put the rock back down on the rupee, it gets rid of it. And there's a couple of really good rupees under rocks in this game, like a silver rupee, you know, gold rupees, etc. So yeah, definitely want to make sure you get your rock rupees, your double R's. Or you can go R3, rock ruby revelation. Ruby rock revelation. I don't know, I'll work on it. Alright guys, so there's a lot of shiny rocks here. I'm going to kind of come back through and do this lake later, but there's a croc seed down there. There's a bomb that we'll have to toss on the wall over there. There's a loose weapon. But honestly, again, it's Master Mode. Every enemy in the game, so if it used to be a red, it's now a blue. If it used to be a blue, it's now a black. If it used to be a black, it's now a silver. So that used to be a red Bobkin. Case in point, he is now a blue. And again, guys, I'm not going to get into combat right now because Master Mode, it just... You know, I don't even think I have a weapon right now that could kill him anyway. Not only that, their health bar starts to regen. That's a big problem. You know, it's very upsetting to watch all that work you just did, you know, start to go backwards. So that's just another reason I don't recommend getting into a bunch of combat right away. Guys, we're going to get there, you know, very quickly. Once we get through the shrines here, get the Great Plateau done, we'll definitely be coming back through and doing a bunch of killing. But for now, it's really just about getting through to the shrines. Maybe, you know, squeezing out a few free monster parts here, which I always recommend, absolutely. And if you really want to get some of the insects and some of the critters that are walking around, you have to slow walk it. Painfully slowly, and then you'll be able to, you know, just hit that spam that A button and get your goodies. But I think for now, I already scared him away. I'll just go ahead and go do what the game is telling us to do, which I know goes against everything that I stand for and so much more. But I want to get the extra armor here, so we're going to sneak past Mr. Angry Face there. He is having a terrible day and he wants to take it out on us. And let's get somewhere safe so I can actually don that. And that ups your armor by a considerable factor there. We went from 2 to 4 just by changing our pants. We need our punts. So I think at this point I would normally go up, you know, get some weapons and stuff. I'm going to do that. Go do a little cathedral raid here. And I don't think there's anything in those barrels that we really need. So just sticking to my live and let live philosophy here on the Great Plateau. I think there's a monster part. Oh yeah. Just like riding a bike. Oh no, and I totally forgot to throw the bingo link in there. Doggone it. I meant to do that. It was on my mind. Brain farted that right out the door. So yeah, hopefully I'll have that in there for the next one. And guys, I'm going to take my time with this one. This will be the weekend game here for a while. And we're going to do a good thorough playthrough. I don't want to just shortcut it and go right for the highlighted stuff. You know, I want to hit some regions. I want to have some fun with this one this time. I think the other Master Mode playthrough, I did it pretty quick. So, yeah, we'll definitely try to do that more thoroughly this go around. Okay, so get all your free monster parts here. Those are going to come into play later on. I think I already got him. Yeah. So let's go ahead and skirt that Bobkin. I really don't feel like dealing with him. Because he will chase us for a good long while. Looks like he was curious. I got his attention there for a moment. There's some more goodies on the other side of the cathedral here. Loving it. And once I get through the cathedral and get to the tower over there, I'll take a quick break. We'll catch up on some chat. I'll get some more coffee. And let's see if I can sneak in here without getting his attention. I think breaking the pots is going to get him wondering. So I think what I'll do this time, because you're kind of backed into a corner over here, I'll go ahead and get my goodies first. Nothing great traveler's bow, but right above our heads, guys, top of the building, there's a better bow. Triple damage from what that has to offer. So yeah, definitely gonna make that a priority. Yep, there he is. Question marking. But hey, that's our arrow, so we need that. Oops. Running away! Running away! Alright, go ahead and talk to your goddess statue here. Now, we can't do that yet. That's where we're going to trade in the spirit orbs we're going to get from the shrines for either a heart container or a stamina vessel. And if you want my honest advice as to, like, which way to go on that, guys, 100% without even having to think about it, get the stamina first. And I know that sounds like it goes against the grain there, but there's a reason for that. For one, there's a workaround for the hearts. I'll show you the guys that in the rainforest. So, you know, heart containers aren't going to be a problem anyway. Not only that, you know, getting 1 or 2 heart containers first thing in the game, and that's not really going to help you much. You're still going to die a lot. But having the stamina, it's going to make a massive difference, because the stamina does everything. That's your climbing, that's your sprinting. So in combat, you know, you might need to sprint around a lot. That's your charge attacks. That's your glider time in the air. The stamina really is your everything. So the stamina really enables your gameplay. And then the extra heart containers we're going to get from the rainforest, that'll take care of your health and your life force. So there it is, guys. There is our amazing... And I really haven't been stamping anything. I just realized that. Oops. Shame on me. So that is 1 of 100 stamps. So guys, we have 99 stamps left. I just wanted to throw that out there. We have 99 stamps left. I'm going to stay positive about the stamp situation in this game on this playthrough. There will be no complaints about how there's 100 stamps in this game. No complaints. Glass is half full. The glass is 99% full. We're going to live in denial. And we're going to pretend that there is not 1% of our stamps missing so far. Is that positive? I think that's positive. Okay, and this is the chest where I got the pants. So I'm going to put a stamp here. Absolutely. Maybe I can do that without Mr. Bobkin figuring out what we're doing. Oh, maybe he'll actually come outside the building and I can get those barrels opened up. That'll be fun. Oops. Oh, my buttons are everywhere right now. There we go. Okay, honestly, the barrels are probably just a risk here I don't need to be taking, but I'm curious. Oh, that's right. That's what's hiding in there. Chew jelly. How could I forget? Okay, we don't have a paraglider yet, but I'll show you guys how to do bullet time without that. You can actually jump and take out your bow in mid-air, and if you get enough air time there on the jump, you can do that. That's going to chew up your stam very, very quickly, though. Doggone it, why isn't it working? There it goes. Okay, so you have to be high enough off the ground, apparently. But if you can find a real good place to do that from, you can actually... You know what, I'm going to use the bomb barrel this time. They don't really have anything I care about anyway. You can actually sneak in there and steal other weapons. That's a lot of fun. But I want to use the bomb barrels, because that'll get rid of them. I think it'll kill them. I'm not 100% sure on that anymore. But yeah, if I can like sneak in there and steal their weapons, I will. Now be careful, because they're probably going to pick up a bomb barrel and toss it at you. Haha, suckers. Yep, there it is. Running away. Yikes. There I go. I'm on fire. Okay, well, I will show you guys plan B here. So notice the bomb barrels that are down in that ditch. If they go down into that ditch, I might have to like coax them over. Come on, Papa. Hopefully he doesn't pick up said bomb barrels and toss them at me. Uh-oh, he came up here. What are you doing up here? You're not allowed. Man, why did I do this? I knew better and I did it anyway. Well, that's pretty much how it goes in Tom and Jerry when they have a plan. So live and let live. Fun fact, you can get free arrows for days here. So there's already a whole bunch on the ground. And watch out, if they tag you with those arrows, it's kind of smart, especially here in Master Mode. Those are blue Bobkins now. So, yeah, you're going to want to stay on the move. Don't give them a chance to clock you. As a matter of fact, maybe I should go ahead and top off my health. That's better. A little bit of a buffer there, just in case I do get clocked. And as they're tossing arrows at you, you can kind of run around and pick them up. That does cut itself off after a while. Now, somebody put a comment here, and I can't remember who this was. This was some months ago. But guys, thanks for the comments. That's very helpful. Definitely appreciate these little tips that you guys throw out. But apparently, once it does cut off and they stop throwing arrows at you, you can save the game. Exit software. Or no, you don't have to exit software. You just reload that save, And then that kind of like resets the battlefield here, and they start tossing more arrows at you that you can collect. So very handy trick, and apparently you can just do that, you know, all day long and get tons and tons of arrows here. Now I normally don't have a real problem with arrows in this game. Normally, you know, I just buy them from Beetle or whatever, it's a lot quicker. But that is a way to get free arrows and a lot of them. So again, definitely appreciate y'all throwing that out there in comments, whoever that was. One thing that I want to show here too is if you're having trouble getting the critters or you're just not very patient, you know, with walking slowly, you can actually just, whoops, hit them with bow and arrow, but you got to hit your target. Ugh. Well, apparently I need to drink a can of Get Right because my aim is off. But anyway, assuming you can actually hit your target, yes, that'll stun lizards and frogs and you can go pick them up. You cannot shoot insects, however. If you try to shoot a butterfly, it'll just die. So if you get the headshots, you should be able to one-hit them. Booyah. Not only that, you got some more bows and arrows coming your way. And guys, one thing that, another big change to my strategy here in Master Mode is getting back to that health bar kind of regenerating. I don't use good strong bows to like put everything on ice. So what I normally like to do in a bad boy nest is I like to get that bullet time in, you know, get that bow and arrow out, get some bullet time, and I like to hit everything with an ice arrow, get everything frozen. Then I can just kind of go in there, pick them off while they're all still frozen. Well, here in Master Mode, by the time, you know, you can get around to doing that, all their health has regenerated. So there's no point in using your strongest bow anymore, because they're just going to heal anyway. So, you know, in the past I would use that to get a head start on damage, but here in Master Mode it's really just going to be to get them frozen. See, I'll be using like Boko bows, you know, Traveler's bows, just whatever garbage bows I have in my inventory, aka burner bow, just to get everything on ice, and then I'll go to a better bow, you know, to start focusing on one enemy. Now, since I really don't have the weaponry to kill that guy, I'm not going to try. I'm going to try to sneak behind him. And that'll make you a good cold weather elixir, by the way, cold weather protection. And we do have to go into the cold weather up there on the mountain. That'll get cold. So yeah, we're definitely going to want to have meals or elixirs running for that. So feel free to get your butterflies as you see them. Or any insects, really, for that matter. They all have a purpose. Absolutely. And here we go. Should be able to sneak on in here. Squeak! And get our tower activated. Booyah. And guys, this is my favorite music in the game, so I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let this play out here. Definitely love this cutscene. This is the moment I knew I was going to stick with this game. When I saw all these towers going up all over the place, I was like, oh mama, I am in for a treat. And I still get that feeling. Boom, baby. Definitely an awesome opening to a video game. And it's funny, this graphic, you know, when I just wanted to like get back to the game, this was annoying. But now I've kind of come to love it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't mind it anymore. The only time it really bothers me is when I'm at the Hatno Ancient Tech Lab. Hatno, whatever it's called. And you're just trying to like get the Sheikah Slate upgraded and you have to sit there and watch it like 5 times in a row. That's a little much. But just for the towers, I don't mind it anymore.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
Follow the Sheikah Slate. Alright. Bada bing, bada bang. So before we actually hop down off our tower here, I'm going to go ahead and drop a hard save. If I can remember how to do that. We'll catch up on some chat. I know I've been missing you guys here, so let's go ahead and get a coffee break. And we'll get into some shrines here. Oh, Didi, you're your own boss. Well, that's helpful. Well, put on your other hat and then tell yourself that you're just here to help me out a little bit today. So that justifies it. Is it worth it to get the Korok seeds now? Yes and no. We definitely want to get enough Korok seeds. Thanks for asking, Didi. We definitely want to get enough Korok seeds to get Hestu's 1 and 2 locations done. That's going to chew up some seeds. So yes, I'm still going to get some Korok seeds here on the Great Plateau. I'm just really going to avoid the combat if nothing else. So yeah, when we get off the Great Plateau, I want to get, I think it's 2 bow and, what's my formula? I think it's 5 weapon and 2 bow. So you get 7 total. And, that usually does me just about right, because I tend to chew up my weapons more than I do my bows. So, you know, that's kind of a playstyle thing. You know, if you really only use bows and not really any of the weapons, then you're probably going to want to, you know, get more bow slots. But that seems to be the sweet spot for me in my playstyle. Hey, Bread and Butter, good to see you today. Doing pretty good, thanks for asking. Just Shay, hello, hello, haven't seen you in a while, good to see you again. Okay, awesome. Wow, the Switch 2. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying that. It's much faster. Graphics are more crisp. Definitely it's a treat visually. So yeah, definitely hoping you're enjoying your Switch 2 there. And I'm glad to hear the videos are still helping you out. Yeah, thank you so much. Yep, Master Boat should be a fun play here. Stamp ramp. New song, 99 stamps on the map. 99 stamps on the map. You take one down and place it around. There's 98 stamps on the map. Wait. It's too early, guys. I haven't had enough coffee to do that just yet, but we'll work on it. What are those things floating in the distance? Yeah, balloon platforms. So one thing about Master Mode is it's the same map-ish. They put these balloon, I call them balloon bad boy nests. BBBBN. Right? BBBN. B3N. They put them all over the map, so it's like it changes the map somehow. So they're just a lot of fun. They're their own little puzzles in their own rights, you know, trying to figure out how to get after them. They always have chests, usually some enemies on them. They're just a lot of fun. It's a nice tweak to the game. Definitely added a lot of flavor to Master Mode. You finally learned how not to die. Well, spinach taught me that, so however that works for you, I'm happy. Jumping down that power. I love the glider. I'm not sure if I'm following there. Jumping down. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Like how I pull my glider out at the last second to like save the fall damage. I think that's what you're referring to there. If not, then yeah, please feel free to set me straight. So yeah, another nice thing about that, Just Shay, is on that Switch too, you can play Hogwarts Legacy on it and it runs good. Like you don't have to sit there and wait for the game to load for 30 seconds every time you open a door. It's amazing. Like I really am happy with the Switch too. Cyberpunk should be fun to play on it. That's a heavy duty game, but I mean I played Star Wars Outlaws on it and it was a lot of fun. It ran great. So yeah, it's just a real good machine, and I like that it's portable still. Yeah, true that, bread and butter, true that. The only thing I don't like are the integrated cards. I know. Yeah, they really lock it down. The thought of Nintendo hijacking your machine is just not a warm and cozy feeling by any means. Oh, the tower. Okay, got you, Kathy. Okay, got you. Yep. Hopping down the way. Yep. Excuse me. It was funny because my daughter was doing that one day when she was playing. I was like, hey, how did you figure that out? She goes, oh, I watched your video. I was like, oh, awesome. And then I chewed her out for not commenting. I had to do my fatherly duties. Yeah, Just Chase. So Star Wars Outlaws, so much fun. Cyberpunk and Star Wars Outlaws, they're very similar in that way. It's more like you're playing the character in a movie. But it's as fun to watch the movie parts of it as it is to play it. So it's just a real nice, fresh breath of air. Just a lot of fun. The humor, it's there. Amazing voice acting. Like Star Wars Outlaws, it might not make the top 3, but it definitely makes the top 10 for me. Definitely. Like, such a fun game. It's very Breath of the Wild like. Like, there's a lot of looting, exploring. You look in every little nook and cranny, you find something fun. It's just got that element to it like Breath of the Wild does. Definitely a great game. Hey, Miss Drummer Girl, good to see you today. Yep, having a great Sunday indeed. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good one too. And just in case we have any new moms joining in, happy Mother's Day. So guys, I will go ahead and get my refill here, and then we'll get back into our shrines. I will be back in about 1 minute, 30 seconds. And go. Alright guys, thanks for your patience. One of these days I'm going to have an editor, guys. That's the dream. If the channel really takes off someday, I will hire a team. There will be someone sitting here doing things like real-time live, helping me with chat. It'll be so much smoother than me trying to, be an octopus and do it all alone. But one thing that I just envision is like all these little characters in the background talking to each other. Like, I don't know, there's already like 3 funny skits in my mind that I cannot wait to put out into the world. So someday, people, someday. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get back into some gameplay here. Just one final reminder, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment, like, share, subscribe, comment, guys. I always appreciate those things. Toodles. Oh, hey, M-Guy, good to see you again. Welcome back. Stranded Deep. Okay, so I actually, I'm going to come back on before we... so I tried playing that. I bought it a long time ago because I wanted something new. And it looked like my kind of game. But I couldn't learn it. Like, the button layout at the time was just a nightmare for me. I never could get it. I wanted to play the game so bad. I just couldn't learn how to play it. Everything felt very clumsy to me, very counterintuitive. And I felt like I was spending an hour staring at my controller trying to figure out how to do things. And I honestly just gave up. Beautiful game. Beautiful graphics. Looked like it was a lot of fun. Just couldn't play it. Now, maybe, they've... made some improvements on that sense, and maybe it's playable now for me. Maybe I can actually pick it up, but maybe I'll try it again. I own it, couldn't hurt to give it a shot. But yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Definitely appreciate it. Alright guys, let's do this little dance. So from here we will hop down without dying, and we'll do that as quickly as possible here. So it's funny because as many times as I've done this, every now and then again, I'll just, get the controller off just enough and Link falls off and dies. Thankfully, that didn't happen today. Okay, I'm just going to kind of speed skip through all this. I'm assuming if you're here to play Master Mode, then you've seen all this 100 times before. So, if you really want to slow down the speed on YouTube to read all that stuff, feel free. But for the purposes of the live stream here, I do want to kind of push through some of this as best as I can. The old man. I forgot how much jibber jabber there was there. Alright, so let's do this thing. Let's go to our first shrine, get that knocked out. And I usually do a little bit of fishing here, especially in Master Mode when I might need the extra heals. So notice all the fish. Bad thing is we're going to run out of stamps super quickly, so I'm going to try to keep them relatively contained on that side of the lake. Hopefully I can swim into them and spam that button and collect a couple. Well, 1. 2. 2's better than 0. But the other option, of course, you can take out the bow, a garbage bow preferably, and just kind of plug them with arrows and get them that way. This is easier later on once we get bombs. We can actually just toss a bomb in there and that'll stun them all. You can get in the water and pick them all up. And that should be good for now. Next time I find a campfire. C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E song. I'll get those bad boys cooked up. So speaking of Master Mode and more balloon enemies, as soon as they aggro, those balloons all go in the sky. So what I normally do here, I think, is I just like pop the balloons and then that auto kills the bobkins in the water. And then the only one left is that dude up there with his bow. But yeah, I'm not really ready for that just yet. Another good thing about all these balloon things that are all over the place is they have good weapons. And there should be one like right off this tower. I don't see it. Maybe it's out over the open area a little ways. Oh, we'll figure that out. There it is. So yeah, right there. That's a decent weapon, I think, if I'm remembering right. There's a Knight's Claymore here somewhere. I think that's by the waterfall over in the snow biome. It's kind of like right by that. give or take. Just looking around for insects, any fun stuff, any kind of shiny rock. And guys, pick up every single rock in the game. Every rock. 95 or so out of 100 are going to have something under there. Usually something fun. Ouch. That was a massive hiccup in case anybody cared. Then it felt like my diaphragm tried to keep moving somehow, and it had nowhere left to go. So in addition to these butterflies, you know, if you don't have the patience to walk painfully slowly like this, we're going to get some hot, spicy peppers. And those will give us the same cold weather protection. The insects really just help, you know, stretch those out a little bit is all. So guys, we don't have Magnesis yet, so we can't get those chests. But we will. And for you DLC users, there's a little bit of a rupee bonus here. They'll sell for about a buck 50, maybe 250, give or take, somewhere in that range. We still have 97 stamps left. We're doing good. So welcome to Magnesis. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of cutscene thinking type stuff here, so I'm going to try to read chat while that's going. Catch up on that a little bit. Oh, they've made improvements. Good deal, good deal. Stranded Deep. Okay, good. How did my new channel live go last night? Thanks for asking. It was a lot of fun. I streamed for 4 hours last night. Guys, I love Cyberpunk. It's just like this game to me. I can play it, I can love it. And I can play it for just a day and not even know the time went by. So yeah, it was just getting really late last night. That's why I cut it off at the 4-hour mark, but I probably could have gone beyond that had it been earlier. It didn't really get many views, but it's a brand new channel, brand new, you know, that's the very first thing I ever did on it. So it really didn't get any views yet, but here moving forward, I think it probably will. We'll see where it goes. You know, if it doesn't go anywhere, that's fine. I'll still have a lot of fun playing it. But I really thought it was, you know, good to keep that separate from this channel. So, you know, looking at it now that I've done it, I'm glad I did make it separate. Alright guys, so here I will just use our newfound Magnesis. Let's see here, bread and butter you said, but even buying... Yeah, I don't know. I guess the physical cards is more just so you can take them on the go. I don't really understand it myself. You know, to me it's just like a backup if your Switch is full. You can put the physical card in there. And it still has to download a little something so it works, but I think most of the data is still on the physical card. I think that's it. I'm not 100% sure on that though. It's like coming home. Yes, indeed. Alright, guys. Sometimes I can tag him, sometimes I cannot. There we go. So I walked forward as I released, and then that pushed it forward just a little bit more to make sure it hit him. But that's a way you can do that without getting into combat. And then, of course, we've got our bridge here that we need to get out. That's pretty much the puzzle here. They take it easy on us on the first try, and some of the shrines in this game are just absolutely ridiculous. You're walking around in there for an hour and a half, and you just have no idea what you're supposed to do. That's actually what motivated me to start making videos in the first place. Was like thinking in my mind, if I can save other people all this heartache, I need to make videos. And that's pretty much where it all started, was shrines. Oh yeah, hope you're still enjoying the Icarus stuff there. That's good stuff. So yeah, there's been a lot of additions to that game since then. A lot. That new Phantom Liberty, I really enjoyed it. But I understand that type of game isn't for everyone. Like, it's a lot of movie watching, basically, and people tend to get kind of bored of that. They just kind of want to play the game, and you can't skip a lot of that. So, you know, I definitely get it. It's definitely not for everyone. Okay, so now if you want to use your amiibos, this is the point in the game where you can unlock that. And if you have the Fierce Deity amiibo, what I would do is put a hard save down before you run the amiibo. So after you put that hard save down, run the amiibo, open the chest. If it's not one of 3 pieces of clothing for attack power, I would reload that save and try running the amiibo again. It's going to be random every time you do that, so, you know, that might take a few tries, but sooner or later you're going to get a piece of the Fierce Deity armor, and that's attack power, guys, so, you know, it might be worth, you know, reloading that save a few times. Now, you can only run the amiibos once every 24 hours in real life, so what I would do is, or I think there's a time there. It's like midnight or something, I don't really know exactly. But, so if you're playing the game at like 5 in the afternoon, then after midnight you can probably run that amiibo again and get another piece of clothing. So that would be mid-level attack power. Not a bad deal, Yo-Yo. Now, of course, for the purposes of a live stream, I'm not going to do that because it can be quite time-consuming. I remember one night, man, they were just not dropping. Like, I was running amiibos for like an hour to get my super suit items. It was absolutely bonkers. That chest was about here, give or take. Whoops. Buttons. Right? Yeah, we're good. I know I say it all the time, but the buttons on the Xbox and the Switch are backwards. It's like everything's backwards right now. A is B, B is A, start is select, select is start. It's just a nightmare right now. But we'll get through it. Okay, let's see here. Of course I want my chest. And then that metal beam, we're going to need that to get fire and ice arrows, so don't leave without that. But I think what I normally do over here is I drag that crate over. And if you can like line these two up right next to each other, buddy them up, you should be able to push this one all the way up in the sky and drop it, and that should break all 3. Doesn't always work, you know, you might have to try that more than once, but that's just a good, clean, easy way to get everything quickly. You know, it's not like using bombs where it tosses all your stuff all over the map. You don't have to waste weapons cracking them open that way. This is another good heal. I tend to keep these in my inventory just to get a quick heart. You don't necessarily have to cook those. You can, but I prefer to just eat them straight up and get the hearts I need out of each one. So anywho, this is where we're going to need this little walking platform. And guys, this is super important. Ice arrows. I can't survive without my ice arrows. So in this playthrough, I will be taking you to some very special chests for shock arrows, ice arrows, and of course fire arrows, because that's how I tend to light my campfires when I'm out and about. C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E song. Booyah, baby. I'm just going to put one stamp here because they're so close together. Like, if you go to that stamp, you're going to see the 2 chests. The other one I might need a separate stamp for is in the lake. Okay, good, I already put one in there. So that's pretty much all we needed the ramp for. Whoa, did you see that? I almost walked right off of there. That would have been awesome. I'd have been eating spinach already. And I think that's our first Karak seed. Yeah, oh my goodness, I forgot to get the Karak seed on top of the church. Oh my goodness. That was a massive brain fart. Funny, when I walked away from there, I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but like, it didn't tune in. Oh well. So that should have been our first Karak seed. But anyway, we got a couple of them right here at the lake, which is awesome. So Korok seeds, that's your inventory. We have to trade those in with Hestu. Get good old Hestu fed some Korok seeds so he can poop them out later and hand them to us after we get all of them. But yeah, that opens up our inventory. So you're going to be very restricted on inventory. And that's another reason I wanted to go to Hestu first before the rainforest. Get more inventory so you can collect more of the good weapons that are out there. Lots and lots of like royal weapons. It's insane how many you get out of the rainforest. Right off the Great Plateau. Like, it's absolutely mind-boggling. You're basically playing a late-tier game in the early game setting. Once you get out there and you get all that fun stuff. And wow, the beetles are really spawning in today. Awesome sauce. That's a lot of attack power elixirs I've already got going. Alright guys, so just to show you a map shot of what we did there. Korok seed, fire and ice arrows, beetles and other fun stuff. I thought there was a mushroom around here. That's like, nah, the stamella, if I picked that up that should have like... I hate not having my yellow rune yet, like I can't see. So yeah, I think there's a stamina mushroom around here somewhere. You might want to look around for that, unless I picked it up and just didn't realize it. Anything can happen. It's me we're talking about. And since it's nighttime, I'm going to take a moment and kill the bats, because that's monster parts. That'll get us cooking with elixirs. Gotta have them monster parts. Honestly, I feel like I'm going to go back and get that later, because right now it's going to be time-consuming. I have to slow climb it up and down. Later on, you know, we can get the paraglider. And I think I have to reclimb that anyway, you know, to do my Lynel fight. So yeah, we'll get that Korok seed later on. Oh yeah, that's another way to get monster parts, is these guys. I normally don't like to do them in straight combat, because, you know, just choose up weapons. But you can, you know, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Speaking of weapons, we're going to go get a better weapon right now. It's going to be triple the damage power of that Traveler's sword that we're using now. Oops, I'll show you that real quick. Oh, I didn't pick it up. That's right, I didn't kill that Bobkin, so we don't even have that yet. And honestly, it's kind of a waste of a weapon right now anyway, because it just breaks if you try to kill a blue with it. So it's not like it's going to go very far anyway. So I'll show you where there's a soldier's broadsword. Our first one. There's several here on the Great Plateau. But this is going to be our first one here in this playthrough. And it's not on this one. I think it's on the one behind the shrine over there. So we've got a little ways to go just yet. Oh, and there's going to be a guardian turning on. And guys, they have to have line of sight, so it's easy to avoid as long as you can get to cover. But if you're out in the open, like there's no cover around, I'll show you how to dodge it in that case. You just you have to be running at some kind of angle. So I tend to go like more toward and at an angle. That way the blast hits kind of behind Link in that case. Because sometimes it can have like a blast radius, you know, it can start a fire. So I just find running more toward it is more helpful in avoiding that. So that's basically the way I do it when I'm out in the open. But really the best bet is cover, absolutely. And you can already see our sword sticking up there. Booyah. I'll go ahead and put a stamp down, taking us down to 96, I think? I'm not counting. Oh, 93. Okay, so we have 93 stamps left. See, we're doing good. I'm happy. I'm excited. 93 whole stamps. Whatever will I do with them all? Okay, so go ahead and pick this up. We got another Korok seed. Booyah. And moving right along here. Ooh, he barely made that climb. So this is going to be our bomb shrine. Let's get on in here and get that done. Then we'll come back out and we'll teach these guys who's in charge of Hyrule. Get some coffee while that's tinking. Wow, I didn't realize that game was that bad. So I wanted to buy Cyberpunk right away, but I was really heavily playing Ark at that time. I had a clan, it was a lot of fun. So, I just didn't have time to play it. And then, at some point I quit playing Ark. It was months later, and then I finally bought Cyberpunk. And it ran pretty good at the time. I saw a lot of bad reviews, though. But yeah, they've definitely corrected just about all of that. They've really put a lot into it since then. Hey, Deborah, good to see you again. Welcome, welcome. Yes, it is. You are right about that. I can always pick this game up and just have a blast. Always. It'll never die. Alright, guys, so here we go on our shrine. So you got to use our newfound bombs and go ahead and start blasting walls. And there is a goodie behind this wall. Oop. Every shrine has at least one chest. And speaking of, in the Magnesis shrine, I actually left that chest in there. It was a bow. I totally spaced on getting it. I don't know why. I guess I need to pay more attention to my gameplay here. Anytime now. Pow! So that's one of the puzzles in this shrine. The other one, of course, is this little ball thrower over here, the ball launcher, the softball pitcher, whatever you want to call that thing. Then, of course, you got the concrete launcher things. And this will get us... Make sure you're standing on the launcher thing, and you should make it over here no problem. Without taking fall damage, preferably. You got some amber. So, guys, the way we get rupees in this game, yes, you're still going to find them in the world, just not, like, a lot. The main way is going to be selling stuff. So gemstones, that's going to be your ticket to your rupees in this game. It's going to be a major contributing factor, I'll put it that way. So go ahead and grab your orb here, and we're going to have to place this orb... Actually, what am I doing? We don't need this. Wow, brain farting. We need a round bomb instead. Why did I do that? Answer? I don't know. It could have been a wrong button. I can neither confirm nor deny. But anyway, once that settles in there, that will launch our bomb, and then we'll be able to detonate that once it gets across the way there. Just hit that bumper again. Booyah. So guys, I definitely hope that helped you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking a quick moment to like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate those things. And then let's see, we've got 2 more shrines left here on the Great Plateau. Whoops, wrong button. See guys? Xbox and Switch controllers. Everything's backwards. It's a nightmare. If I had one wish, like, for the whole video game console world as a whole, it would be that all the buttons would match on the controllers. So A would always be A, and in the same place. B would always be B, and in the same place. Like, the guy from Xbox, the guy from Nintendo, and the guy from Steam, and the guy from PlayStation, they need to get together, and they need to make friends, because this is ridiculous. Alright, so go ahead and get a stamp down. And look at us go, we still have 92. We're doing great. So excited. Okay, we're going to have another Guardian turning on here. There he goes. But don't forget your free monster parts. It's always a good thing. Running for my life. Oh, bombs. Yeah, so I mentioned this is a good, clean, easy way to do this now with these dudes. Oh, ouch. That is until you blow yourself up with bombs. So, you know, if I had the bingo card, you guys would have a good head start on your bingo there because I just blew myself up with bombs. And honestly, I'm surprised it took that long. Because that's definitely a thing. It's going to happen. Ouch. So I said, you know, a good, clean way. Well, it doesn't come without risks. Oh, no! No, 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 no! That got it. This is going to be more laborious than it should have been. Labor intensive. It was a lot of work. Oh, nuts. Actually, I might use that branch for breakage swing. You get double damage on breakage swing. And again, that's like a hidden stat. I won't show you that on the damage on the inventory. But it's definitely there. Now, granted, a tree branch breaking, that ain't going to be a huge damage bonus. But, you know, double is double, so... Whoops. There goes Link trying to climb everything. It's my only complaint about gameplay mechanics in Breath of the Wild. My only complaint is I wish there was a button prompt to climb so it was more intentional. Because I can't tell you how many times I'm running around screaming with my hair on fire, and I run into a tree or something that I didn't see coming, and then I'm climbing, and then whatever was chasing me, I get clocked. Yeah, it's just not a good day. Alright, so you got your amber. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. And from here, I think I'm going to go ahead and mosey on over to where our Lynel is running around. But don't worry, we're going to avoid him. This is a no Lynel zone. No touchy. No touchy. We no touchy him, he no touchy me. And I still don't have my Stasis rune. I think there's another obscure rock or something around here that you can pick up. Beyond that, I don't think there's really much else going on here. And I don't think I've ever found anything under this rock, so that just must be a non-spawner. Either that or the guy at Nintendo that was in charge of putting rock loot together. He just, you know, forgot one, and that's okay. He did a good job, otherwise. And wow, that silver rupee on Gold Rush Mountain. Talk about an amazing find. I'll never forget the first time I found that thing. I felt like I needed to celebrate. Like, I was ready to go out and buy my daughter an expensive meal out. Like, it was amazing. Okay, so there's our friend the Lynel. Fish are friends, not food. He is not a friend in any sense of the word. So we're going to let him turn around and we're going to sneak past him. Because that is definitely a fist fight we are not ready for. And he has a bow. He will kill you quick. That ranged attack of his is no joke. So yeah, we're definitely going to want to keep as much distance between us and him as humanly possible. Hyrillian possible. That's legit, right? Yeah, Hyrillian possible. And yeah, there's some fun stuff over here, but two angry Bobkins and their blues. I still don't feel like I really want to get into a bunch of fist fights with them. If you're good at perfect dodging, feel free. But again, you know, risk reward, it's just not there for me yet. And really all I wanted was the honey out of this. So maybe the crate loot? If I can do that without getting clocked, I will. Uh-oh, he's got a weapon on fire. And that is like, warning, warning, warning. Matter of fact, I don't know if I can knock that out of his hands. If I can, I will. Nope. Okay, those crates can wait. There is nothing that is in those crates that will be worth dying for. And there's about a 99.5% chance that will involve death. Alright, moving on from that little fun. Oh, check the trees around here. Beetles, lizards. Definitely want to get a head start in hightail lizards if nothing else, guys, because we're going to need 35 in total to get the jumpsuit upgraded. The climbing gear to set bonus. Not only that, you need the lizards for... So you need 15 for the jumpsuit, and then you need an additional 10 each for the boots. So we're going to have sand boots and snow boots. So that's an additional 20 hightails altogether, making it 35 in all. That's a big number. But if you can remember to get the hightails as you go, it ends up not really being that bad. So that's my best advice on that. That way, when you get your hands on these super suit items, you can just get them upgraded, bada bing, bada bang. You don't have to stress, you know, where are all the hightails? Because again, 35, that's a big number. Like, you'll be out there for days just trying to find hightails. And I run it a little bit slower around these trees, again, just so I can get my critters. But, lots and lots of goodies here at the old man's cabin. And then our Stasis shrine is way up there. Before I go up there, I like to do a little bit more looting, because there's a cooking pot here, so I like to get a whole bunch of meals cooked up. So we're not going to go to the Stasis shrine and do cooking just yet. Right now I'm just kind of going around to get things, loot. And we actually have to kind of dip our toes into the snow biome here just for a moment. And that's totally okay. It's a lot of fun, but we'll make a quick run for it so we don't take a bunch of damage in there. Or we can cook up a meal before we go in there. And we don't have to worry about the cold damage at all. Oh yeah, that's a decent weapon right now. It's going to break fast, but it does a decent amount of damage. Not only that, it's a spear, so it kind of keeps your enemies at arm's length, which is nice. Okay, there's a couple of spicy papa. Spicy papa. Might even be another goodie or two in the pots. Yippers. Always break the pots in a Zelda game. Always, always, always. And guys, don't worry about cooking this recipe. I'll show you how to do that for free. On top of the snow biome here, we can actually see the old man again and get that for free. In fact, I recommend doing it that way because if you... No, forget all that. Forget I just said all that. Do not get the warm doublet yet. We're going to do this later. After we do the Great Plateau, because that's going to spawn in a chest and then we can come back here and get that chest. So yeah, we're going to wait on the warm doublet for that reason. But don't worry, we can get through the snow biome with foods. That'll get you through no problems. And then you can actually revisit the snow biome later once you do get the warm doublet. You know, if you really want to spend some time going through there. Okay, making sure I'm getting all my goodies here. Whoops. That didn't work out. Neither did that. Third time's a charm? Nope. Fourth time's a charm. So 4 is today's lucky number, apparently. And don't forget your Korok seed. Do not forget your Korok seed. Alright. Okay, we got the Lynel still roaming around. So I'm not going to go back that way. Thought there was more than one mushroom here. I could be mistaken. See, I'm just going to look for lizards, you know, on the trees, for beetles. Sometimes on the floor you'll see the lizards and it looks like a stick. So anytime I see a stick-like object, I always approach it slowly just to see what it's going to be. We've got some more mushrooms here, and this is another big number item that we're going to need for different things. And it looks like those guys are already aggroed. It's awesome. So no sneaking in there to steal their weapons at this point. Excuse me. Matter of fact, I might wait on this bad boy nest. We can do this later on. There's nothing there that's real urgent. So yeah, bad boy nests I think I'll hold off on. So as far as the Great Plateau is concerned, it's really more just about the shrines and the little loot points that we can hit without bad boy nests being involved. And another area we can do that is actually right here. And I mentioned after bombs we can go back through like this lake area. That's kind of what I'm going to do right now. So we're going to hit this lake here. Korok seed, you know, fun stuff, chest. And we're going to hit this little bit of the snow biome here. Again, a couple chests. A couple of things that are worthwhile to go get. But the main thing is going to be the spicy peppers. That'll get us through the snow biome. So this is kind of like the workaround to getting the warm doublet. There goes a butterfly. Fly away! Fly away! Actually, let's go this way. We can do all this kind of like in a more streamlined fashion. I'll show you guys how to light... Oh. Yeah, I'll show you guys how to light... Oh, wait a minute. This might be a little bit difficult right now. I'm not going to actually kill anything and cook here. We're going to We're gonna blast past all this. I'm really just here for the peppers. Oh no, he lit that on fire. Time to go. Yikes! Running, screaming. Hair is not on fire yet, but that's what we're trying to avoid via running and screaming. And I missed a mushroom. Ouch! Good thing I've got the heals. Ow! You got me again. Man, he's got some reach. Oh man, better at like running and dodging than that. Oh, he lit himself on fire. See, that's fun. Ooh, he almost got me there. I think he's got a torch. How much damage does a torch do in Breath of the Wild when it's on fire? Answer? I don't know and I never want to know. He killed himself too. This is fun. See, the running and screaming with your hair on fire method does tend to work from time to time. Maybe I was going to try to make him run into the fire. That did not work out. Okay, well, time to go. So guys, let's go ahead and dip our heads into the snow biome. Dip our toes in, so to speak. And we're going to start taking cold damage here pretty quick. So what I like to do... Oh, I forgot about him. Let's see if I can't knock him off his balloon. Ah, nuts. Good deal. Okay, so you can see the damage isn't terrible. There is a cooking pot here that we can light up, and I'm going to do that. And that'll kind of put the temperature damage in check. So just one fire arrow that we've already scooped up here. Or you can throw a piece of flint down if you happen to pick one up already, and then strike that with anything metal, like a metal sword or something. But you know, that wrecks your weapons. I don't really recommend doing that. So what I'm going to do is cook... Actually, no, scratch that. Well, let's save the cooking for later. You really don't need that Karak leaf, so don't worry about that. I'm really just kind of here to get the quick goodies. Hopefully, you know, not eat a bunch of damage in the process. Buttons. Work with me here. There we go. Wow, those mushrooms really cook fast. And then, of course, I scooped up all these fish for a reason. You can actually throw 10 things out at once. Up to 10. Just try to do like items so they don't cook. Like if I threw mushrooms and fish out together, the mushrooms would cook up fast and then probably burn and disintegrate before you had a chance to pick them up before the fish cooked, if that makes sense. Clear as mud? Good. Okay, so that's pretty much it except for my mushrooms here. Plenty of heals, guys. I have a feeling I'm going to be chewing on a lot of damage in this playthrough. Okay, so as soon as I step away from this fire, I'll start eating damage again. I'm kind of curious to see what's in this Master Mode chest here. Oh, not a bad shield. That's definitely worthwhile. So now we have a shield in our playthrough. Oh, by the way, this water will kill you very quickly. So yeah, stay out of the water here. This water is not your friend. It is nobody's friend. As we just saw with that bobkin falling into it. Okay, so there's another chest. Boom, baby. Hopefully that'll be close enough. Wow, that one's over there. Uh-oh. Alright. Ski-daddle. Stop chewing on damage. Now, I could have cooked a quick elixir or meal for that, but yeah, I didn't want to waste the ingredients. Think we're okay now to get on out of here. I think that was pretty much all that there was to get. Don't forget your spicy peppers here. That's a sizable number sitting there. And I think I pretty much cleared that out. Got the spicy peppers, so we should be in real good shape now. This is about what you should be looking at on that. Probably wouldn't hurt to top off some health here. Let's go ahead and get down into this lake. There is a Korok seed over there. Abominable wall. I do want to do those. And while I'm trying to run with one hand and drink coffee with the other, hopefully I can pull this off. Oh, so good. Coffee, it really is the nectar of the gods. I imagine Zeus just sitting on his throne drinking coffee right now. Whenever I get merch going, he'll be drinking out of a level up royal mug. Alright, so before we actually go down there, guys, I want to show you the magic of the bomb. The power of the bomb. Go ahead and toss one in the water there wherever there's fishies. Detonate your ordnance. And this is what I call hassle-free fishing. Assuming you can actually hit the fish with the bomb. It's a little bit hard to do from this height because it's hard to gauge like where the thing is relative to where the bomb is going to land. But you can usually get them. So we got to go down here anyway. Might as well get some fishing done while we're at it. And we'll probably have to eat a little stam. Oh yeah, there's a 1 heart penalty if you drown. So it's not the end of the world. I actually do that intentionally. You know, but I plan for that. So in other words, don't be swimming around and intentionally run yourself out of stam if you're down to 1 heart. Because that will kill you or take a ferry. But, you know, assuming you've got a few hearts, you're good to do that. You can go ahead and let yourself drown. And it'll teleport you back to wherever you were standing on your own 2 feet last. So in this case, that would have took me back up there. But, I wouldn't bother with the rusty weapons. They're just, you know, they break super quick. They're not great on attack power. You know, it's better than nothing. So if you've got a tree branch, you know, grab it. But it's just not going to go very far. Speaking of tree branches, am I still carrying tree branches? I am. I wonder how many good things I could have picked up, but I didn't because of the tree branches. Alright, there we have it. So guys, we've already got a good head start on loot. Like, we really haven't done too much on the Great Plateau. We really haven't taken any bad boy nests on yet. You know, we're going to come back with better weapons. You know, after we do the rainforest, after we get an inventory full of royal weapons, you guys can come back and just go absolutely ham here on the Great Plateau. It'll be a breeze. You'll be dealing with blue bobkins still, and you'll have royal freaking weapons for those fist fights. So yeah, that'll definitely get you through the Great Plateau much, much better and easier than doing it really any other way. And again, guys, that's going to be awful time-consuming getting that Korok seed, so I'll do that later on. But just so you guys know, you have to climb all the way up to the top of that steeple there. And once you get to the very top, there'll be like the leaves you have to activate. And just be careful getting down. Fall damage is real. So you actually might want to drop a save. Actually, no, the game will auto-save when you get that Korok seed. So worst case scenario, you'll just reload that save. So from here, guys, I do kind of want to sneak into this bad boy nest. Hopefully it's nighttime now. I forgot how to see what time it was. Yeah, right around 10 p.m. or so. Wait, there's a way to see what time it is, right? I don't remember how to see what time it is. I'm pretty sure there's a way. I might be looking right at it and I'm just not seeing it because, you know, it's me. Whatever. I'm giving up now. So anyway, yeah, if you can get in there and sneak strike them, that's even better. And you can usually still one-hit the archers assuming you get your headshot. I'm going to try to do just that. And then when they go to bed, you can just go in there and sneak strike them all. I just don't know how long I have to wait because I don't know what time it is. But it is getting dark. So maybe I can wait this out a little bit. Or maybe I can just skirt this whole thing altogether. But yeah, if you really want to do that, that is a way. You can just wait for nighttime and then do sneak strike. I can always go to the cooking pot too and pass time. Actually, maybe I'll take a quick break here and let nighttime fall, and then I'll catch up on a little bit of chat. Ouch. Man, what is up with the hiccups today? Normally that's a midnight thing. But for about the past 6 months or so, it's been more of a noon type thing. I don't understand. Actually, let me drop a save here. Just in case things go horribly, horribly wrong. Because that never happens. It was funny, I stepped away from Cyberpunk last night. I just let the game run. You know, I was in my car. I figured I was safe. And while I'm on the other side of the house, I hear all sorts of commotion going on. I hear crashing happening. I hear combat. I'm like, man, what is going on? See, it was just really funny that all that happened while I was away. I came back and it was an absolute party. LOL, controller rant. Exactly, Dee. How many rants do I have going now? Stamps, controllers. Don't even get me going on when Link is like climbing a cliff and there's this like real small ledge and he can't stand in it, but he'll squat in it and then you can't do anything. You're stuck. You can't get out of that. You're just in the middle of a cliff somewhere and you're trapped. I hate it. So yeah, that's another rant. That will absolutely happen during this playthrough. Alright, Judy. Hey, good luck. Hope you're having a good time there. Definitely good to see you today. Hope you enjoy. Oh, it's a diamond on Gold Rush Mountain. That's right. I don't know why I thought Silver Rupee there. Hey, Atlantis. Yep, Breath of the Wild. Party! Yeah, yep, Breath of the Wild. It really is a good congregation for us all to come together and just enjoy a little bit of game time. It will never die. Alright, good to see you again for sure. Alright, what time is it? I have no idea. Come on, think. I know there's a way to do this. And I know sometimes, like, I'm looking at the time while I'm waiting for a blood moon. I just realized I don't have a mini-map. I think I know what's wrong. I think I've got something set here. I probably turned off HUD or something. Yeah, see, it's on Pro. Okay, that's why I'm brain farting. There's the time. See, I knew there was a way. That was driving me absolutely bat crap. I was like, man, I know the clock is here somewhere because I know I've stared at it for like hours on end waiting for blood moons. So, yeah, indeed, Atlantis. So yeah, I think it's about 10, 11 p.m. they usually are in bed by. So yeah, that didn't take too long. Let's go do some killing. We're hunting wabbit. So guys, you have to walk painfully, painfully slowly, and you want to make sure you equip a weapon that's actually going to like finish them off because these are blues. So that should do it. Just in case it doesn't. The hardest part about sneak striking is you have to make sure they don't wake up A, because they can. Like sometimes they'll just randomly pop up out of nowhere. It's like they were having a bad dream or something. That's rare, but it does happen. So yeah, it's probably a good idea to drop a hard save before you do this. But the hardest part is trying to find the icon. Right now it's saying take. I don't want that. I want a sneak strike. So you have to kind of walk around until you get that prompt. And once you do, you can just go ahead and go to town. And sometimes, you know, they've got weapons and shields laying around them, so it's hard to find that sweet spot. But at the end of the day, as long as you got your button prompt, you're good to go. And it's just a real easy way to get rid of a bad boy nest here in Master Mode. Especially at this point in the game where we don't have the royal weapons. So the main reason I wanted to take care of this was, for one, the crates. But there's some stamina stuff here, particularly, that I really wanted. That's not a bad weapon. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And I forgot about the archer that I popped a while back. We're going to have to go take care of him. And I will do just that here in a moment. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want in this little spot. Okay, so there's your stam. Gotta love it. We're going to be cooking that, guys. All of that's getting cooked. Check it out. I still have 85 stamps. Still have 85 stamps. That's a ton. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Everything is fine. Oh, every time you drop a tree, just make it a habit to start getting your bundles of wood. Ouch. Lure blows himself up with bombs. Not once, but twice in the same stream. Will it ever end? Spoiler alert. No, it will never end. But this is another good thing to try to get your hands on earlier too, because we're going to need this for a super suit upgrade later on for the stealth set. And you're going to need quite a few of these going into that. So if you can get them, get them. You know, I wouldn't stress over it too much at this point, but definitely going to need a lot of those for that super suit. And that's definitely like a dusk and a dawn type of thing. I should probably heal, huh? Oh, check that out. He came to me. That's rare. I guess I missed a couple of mushrooms earlier. Shame on me. Yeah, I sure did. Wow. So yeah, you're going to want like every stamina thing you can possibly get your hands on. Especially when we go horse catching and stuff. But just for climbs, just a lot of different things you're going to need those for. And I'll show you guys how to do some cooking here. Now, he's already got the campfire lit because it's nighttime. But by day, sometimes that will not be lit. Just feel free to use a fire arrow on that. Or you can toss a wooden weapon onto that torch if it's lit. And then carry that over and light that way. They give you a torch here, as a matter of fact. So a couple of different ways you can light your cooking pot here. But guys, cooking, it's very confusing in this game. It's not guided. So basically what we have to do is we have to match the like superpowers. So spicy peppers, summer wing butterflies, these are all for cold weather protection. We're going to need that. So to cook an elixir, you have to toss a critter and a monster part in. And the monster parts, that's like the grade C. The horns, those are like bottom of the barrel. That's going to give you the least amount of time for the elixir. Grade B, that's the middle of the road. That's like the fang, the talon. There's different things, but that's the grade B. And then the grade A is usually the guts. So grade A will give you the most time out of the elixir. Grade B will give you the middle of the road time on the elixir. And the grade C will give you the least amount of the time on the elixir. I think it goes up by about a minute, maybe a minute and a half each one. So it's not like a big deal. I usually just cook with the grade C because, you know, they're a dime a dozen. I typically save the guts for like cooking elixirs and different things. For like combat or selling, like for Lynel elixirs. So that's just my little spiel on that. It does not help increase the strength. So in other words, this is going to be a low level cold weather protection elixir. It doesn't matter what monster part I throw in. So I'm just going to go with grade C or grade B even. You know, just for a little bit of extra time on that. But yeah, that'll definitely be a low level. And the good thing is here on the Great Plateau, there's only low level requirement. So this will do us just fine for 4 minutes 20 seconds. Hey, it's 4:20. Check us out. And then oops. Wow, my buttons are everywhere right now. And then that's the elixir. So now another trick with these elixirs is you can get that critter and that monster part going. And you can also toss food items in once you do that. So this establishes the elixir. Then we can throw in some spicy peppers to increase the time. So let's go ahead and fill that up and see what we get. I love watching Link cook. I don't know what it is about that. It is so much fun. Now, granted, for the purposes of a live stream here, I won't do that forever. But, yeah, it is just a lot of fun. I can always just sit here and watch him do his little dance and listen to him hum, and he's having fun. Alright, guys, I'm going to get a couple more of these thrown together, and I'm going to kind of spread them out a little bit. So I think if you toss 2 in there, it gives you 5 minutes. So, I want some different options. A couple, shorter ones, a couple longer ones. That way, depending on what I'm doing, I might just want to get in and get something quick. There's no point in wasting a big 12-minute meal for something like that. So yeah, again, I just like to keep my options open. So I think that's going to be good for the cold protection for now. That honestly is probably overkill. We probably don't even need all that. But once we get the warm doublet, these will kind of become obsolete anyway. Yeah, 5 should get us through. Now guys, the stamina. This is what I call a burner meal. So sometimes you're doing a really tall climb and you just need a little bit of stamina, to complete the climb. That's what I use these for. I call them burner meals for a reason. And it only costs 1 mushroom each time to do that. So this is what I recommend doing. Get a whole bunch of these together. Because, you can toss 5 into a cooking pot, sure. But you just wasted 5 mushrooms doing that. So if you are almost at the top of the climb, this becomes a complete waste of mushrooms. So that's why I recommend just having a couple of these real small burner things going into that. Now, for the horse catching, you're going to want some longer ones. And guys, yes, we're going to be getting a 5-star speedster horse here right off the Great Plateau. When I say we're going to be very overpowered very early game, like I am not understating that. We are going to be insanely overpowered. That 5-star speedster horse, they're tough to catch because they go through the stam. But we're going to be getting some Staminoka bass too here in the lake next to our current location. So right here is Lake Hylia. Lots of Staminoka bass there. So I'm not going to worry about the longer lasting meals. Right now I'm going to focus more on the shorter meals. And I'm going to cook as many of these as I can because I'm going to be going through them. And you guys will see that in action here as I go. Now you notice that one was a little bit more. Every now and then you'll get a random blood moon bonus. So if you cook one and it gives you more than you normally get, that's why. And if I had let the little cutscene thing play out, he would have had some music at the end, kind of showing you did something fun there. It'd be kind of cool if it did it again so we could actually show that. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Oh well. Okay, so that's pretty much all the stamina foods I got right now. Attack power, we can't really cook very good ones right now. That would be low level, so I'm not going to bother, but that would be the same thing. Critter, monster part, depending on how much time you want. And then, you could dump in foods with that, but I just don't have any attack power foods right now. So I'm not going to waste the beetles just yet. Speed. We could cook up a quick... I don't think these are going to get us a very good one right now. That's kind of like the bottom of the barrel ingredient. But let's see what happens. Mid-level, it's not terrible. So there's star fragments that are going to fall from the sky. It's really cool. But sometimes, you've only got a couple minutes left in the night to get there before it despawns. That's where I would eat that speed meal. Just to make sure I could actually go over there and get that star fragment before day came. And let's see if there's anything else we can cook here. Not really. Kind of slim pickings right now. That's pretty much it, guys. So I definitely hope that helps you out with your cooking endeavors. If you wouldn't mind taking a quick moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate those things. But guys, just so we don't have to do any of that again, drop a hard save here. Because if we fall off the mountain, it's going to kill us. That will definitely be a fall death. So, you know, we don't want to have to recook everything all over again. Now, to get across there, again, our shrine is going to be way up at the top of this mountain here. We're going to knock a quick tree down. And we're going to do the circus thing here and do the tightrope. There you go, Link. Get that balance. Find your center. All good things. Feel the flow. Feeling it. Oh, hightail, look at that. Oh yeah, you can also use bombs to stun those guys. So that way you don't have to walk painfully slowly anymore to get your lizards and stuff. And just anger the locals. There they go. Ready for a fight. I really didn't want to deal with them, but it's too late now. They are on me! There's another little hidey hole. Go ahead and get that bad boy. Booyah, baby. Gotta love them fire arrows. And I realized I forgot to mark a chest over here. I sure did. I didn't catch the number of how many stamps I have left, and you know what? That's okay. I don't care. Whatever it is, I'm okay with it. Okay, guys, here we go. Climb time. It's prime time for climb time. Ooh, he almost tagged me with that rock. So yeah, they're going to be lobbing rocks at you. That's a lot of fun. And I'm jumping around a lot, and you can see that's really chewing up my stamina there. Good thing is, the final jump gives you a lot of altitude. So I'm going to show you guys like how to avoid having to eat stamina sometimes if you're getting real close to the top of a ledge. You can just do one final jump and get up there and not have to worry about eating the stamina meal. Save those for a rainy day, so to speak. And this might actually... No, that's not going to quite do it. So this is when you can eat that sliver meal, and then you don't fall off the mountain. It's a beautiful thing. These mushrooms are like gold, so I'm going to definitely take a moment and get all that fun stuff as we go. And I think we need to go right. Righty-tighty. Oh, I got some skellies that just popped up. I gotta watch that when I get to the top here. I don't want them to knock me off the mountain. Because that's never happened before. Not ever. And then I didn't have to restart the entire climb all over again after I spawned back in. So welcome to Stasis. 3 of 4 shrines about to be complete here. Booyah. You may or may not hear M&Ms crunching in the background. I can neither confirm nor deny I am eating M&Ms right now. I'm eating something. I can neither confirm nor deny whether or not that something is M&Ms. It may or may not be M&Ms. It could be M&Ms. It could not be M&Ms. Whoops, totally forgot about the balls here. So yeah, these things will kill you quick. Running for my life! You barely can make it up here before that ball drops. Barely. We can almost run as fast as it, too. Yeah, that's a nice find. If I'm full up, I'll have to swap that out for something. Let's get rid of that. I probably don't need 2 axes anymore at this point either. Actually, that'll be a good burner weapon until it's trashed. There we go. That'll get this out of the way at least, without breaking something I really care about. Oh wow, that thing really shot out of there. So guys, once again, I definitely hope that helps you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking that quick moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate those things. And with that, we've got one more shrine, folks. One more shrine. There will be coffee. There may or may not be more M&Ms. Can neither confirm nor deny. Why are my buttons messed up? Alright, guys. One more time. See you later, alligator. One more shrine. So since we're already up here and we already got all our meals cooked, now's a great time to go get that out of the way. And guys, there is a hidden hidey hole here. And I don't recommend getting this just yet. It's just going to be a traveler's bow. But there is a chest here, and I forgot to show that on my last playthrough. So what I like to do is leave that there for the weapon leveling system to kick in. We can come back later game, and that'll be a royal bow. So it's just a good quick go-to for a quick bow if I ever need one. Yeah, good stuff. That's where we're going to go horse catching, by the way. The land of the giant trees. That'll be a lot of fun. Guys, that 5-star speedster horse, I can already taste it. Not to say literally. We're not going to kill it and cook it. But, yeah, definitely going to be a good way to get around the map very, very quickly. I love that horse. That horse is everything. I don't know if I can make this. Squeak! Yippers. Now's a great time to eat that meal. And let's do a good long-lasting one here. Guys, there's a lot of fun stuff on the way over to that next shrine. So just to show you where we're heading here, that next shrine is way the heck over here. On top of the mountain here. So we got a good ways to go, but getting there is half the fun. There's all sorts of goodies here along the way. And honestly, I think we're going to come back and do all these fun goodies later, though. For example, there's a chest there. There's a better weapon with a bobkin running around on this ledge here somewhere. Actually, he's up there. He's holding a real decent weapon. I think that's 12 attack power. But again, Master Mode, I don't really need to hurry, rush to all this stuff. So I'm going to come back to the Great Plateau and do all this fun stuff later when we're better equipped for that. Trying to think of all levels of players here. There's really nothing in those chests that's going to make a big difference in your gameplay at this point. So, we'll live and let live, and we'll come back to this at a later time. Well, I'm going to try to come back to this at a later time. Run away! Ew, he's a blackie, too. Yeah, he is no joke. He will one-hit us. No, he won't even think twice about it. And wow, he is, on me. I must have, sausage links sticking out of my pocket or something that he wants really badly. They must sell delicious. Alright, got us a croc seed there. Booyah. And while we're already down here, there's another one. And you can go ahead and stasis that. Use a burner weapon, whatever your trash weapon is. Hit that a couple times. It should only take a couple of swats. And that'll free that rock up for us. Booyah. Hey, Wanda. Good to see you today. Welcome, welcome. And happy Mother's Day to everybody, by the way. Okay, from here, I'm just going to follow the Great Wall of Hyrule here. Or the Great Wall of the Great Plateau. Oh, I see what they did there. The Great Wall of the Great Plateau. And we'll emerge kind of by the next little hotspot area that I want to hit. Croc seed. Free gemstone. Yeah, there's that Korok seed. But I'm already kind of halfway up the mountain here, so let's go ahead and get this gemstone. Now, sometimes it's just going to be flint. A lot of times you're just going to get a piece of amber, but hey, it's something you didn't already have yet. If you're really lucky, you'll get something, you know, more valuable up here, but that's so rare. I wouldn't bet on that. I would probably, you know, put my money on amber. And don't talk to the old man here, because if you do, you'll get that warm doublet. And then that chest will not spawn in later, and then that'll kind of be a glitch when you come back to do your treasure hunting with your Sheikah slate later. So just try to avoid talking to the old man right now. Don't worry, that warm doublet, guys, it's coming. As soon as we're done with our shrines here, we're going to go back and get that. So, yeah, we're real close to that anyway. And guys, wow, I'm sitting here on the couch doing the PP dance like a little 6-year-old right now. I need to take a real quick break and go water those horses. So I'm going to do just that, and I'll come back and catch up on a little bit of chat here. Oh, I almost got that one. That was very close. Yeah, ha 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 ha. My best friend in the whole world, Mr. Korok. Alright, I will be right back. May or may not be M&Ms. Hey, Santino. Hey, thanks for the post, and thanks for watching. Yeah, I got you. You're probably right about that. Explaining some of the game basics and mechanics that they may not be necessary anymore. Good call on that. Thanks for letting me know. See, I never know how things are from the viewer perspective, so it's helpful for me to know that kind of stuff. So thank you for the shout out on that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get back in. And one more shrine. Peace out, Home Scout. Alright guys, rock and roll. One more EX chest here, so there's 3. If you're a DLC user and you're new to that, we've gotten 2. There's one more over here I want to get my hands on. And I was just thinking, you know, while I was away watering my horses there, I was like, man, I cannot wait like for the next stream. So next weekend, Saturday, right about noon again, I'm going to be back and we're going to be off the Great Plateau. And we're going to go do it, guys. 5-star speedster horse. Horse god, you know, all the fun stuff over there. Rainforest, I cannot wait. Like, it's all just getting really exciting here. Once we get to that rainforest, actually, of course, we'll make a pit stop in Kakariko first, but yeah, getting to that rainforest, that really opens up the game. Royal weapons, attack power meals, hardy meals. So much fun. Bone system absolutely has to happen. Actually, if you're a DLC user, you'll have the bone system once we get there. Non-DLC users, you'll have to wait for that just a little bit. It's not bad. We have to go out to Gerudo for that. And they don't have anything for me. I'll ignore them, pretending they don't exist. Actually, no, we cannot get the horse now because we have to get off the Great Plateau first. There is an amiibo, however, that you can run. I think it's the Twilight Princess amiibo. Honestly, I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. But one of the amiibos, you can get the Epona horse on the Great Plateau. But yeah, once I finish the Great Plateau here, we'll be able to go off and we'll be able to go get that horse. There is a guy skateboarding across the US. No kidding. So see, here's what would happen if I tried to do that. I would find every sidewalk crack and surface change there is in the entire country, and I would fall and I would injure myself on said crack. So that's why yours truly here will never try to skateboard across the United States. Because I don't care where all the cracks are in the sidewalks in this country. There are many. Alright. Pop him right in the eyeball here. Sit still so you can die. But yeah, headshot's definitely a way to go. And that is his headshot for sure. And whatever's in here, I remember it's not for me. That'll level, so I can come back here later, you know, and get a better spear, but for now it's garbage. Garbage! And there you have it, guys. Fourth and final shrine for the Great Plateau here. Hope that helps you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking that quick moment, like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate those things. And before we actually finish the stream up today, we'll go ahead and wrap things up here with the old man. Now that we've got all the orbs, we can do that. I'm going to show you guys a hidden Korok seed. It's actually right where Link woke up in the little bed there. But that doesn't trigger until we step foot off the Great Plateau somewhere, and it triggers and says, like, Welcome to Hyrule Kingdom or something. Honestly, I can't remember exactly what it says, but there's some kind of prompt there that'll pop up. And then we'll be able to go back and get that seed. Actually, I might wait and show that on the next stream. We'll kind of do like the after party to the Great Plateau. We can't get that yet because we don't have the paraglider. Actually, you can if you're real patient and you want to make ice blocks going all the way out there, but I'll just wait until I get the paraglider. We'll come back and do more thorough looting. Like, there's a lot here still. There's a waterfall down here with a bunch of goodies. Bad Boy Nest over there, a bunch of goodies. Just all sorts of goodies all over the place over here. So for now, I suppose I will ski-daddle. And finish eating my what could possibly be M&Ms. Sometimes the insects and the critters will reset. It's probably a little bit too soon for that right now, but this is a nice little hot spot. I like to go and do beetle hunting. Another reason I like to wait on all this fancy stuff on the Great Plateau, there's a lot of little bad boy nests and stuff around here that it's helpful to have the paraglider for. So in addition to looting, it just helps in general having the paraglider. That's why I don't stress too much about doing everything on the Great Plateau right away. It's more like a it can be done in time type of party. After that, paraglider. I can't remember what game I was playing, but it had a glider mechanic. And it reminded me right of Breath of the Wild. It might have been Crimson Desert. Okay, there's that blue just hanging out. It looks like he's ready to party. I don't know why I'm bothering, to be honest. I already know he has nothing for me. Can't remember if I broke all of these. And that's pretty much it, guys. Hit your Great Fairy Fountain. Wow. Where am I at again? Go ahead and hit your goddess statue. Get your stamina vessel. Exactly. Wholeheartedly. Stamina vessel. I'll show you guys the workaround for the heart containers later. So for right now, again, just definitely recommend the stam. I'm pushing wrong buttons all over the place here. Forgive me. Controller rant. Buttons are backwards. There we go. Stamina, stamina, stamina. Absolutely the way to go. And I'm pretty much going to max out all 3 stamina wheels before I even start thinking about heart containers. Matter of fact, I thought it would be like a fun challenge to play the whole game with only 3 heart containers. Because I pretty much do that for half the game anyway. Like, what's the other half, right? Okay, so yeah, we had to come back up here anyway. Now's a great time to get that Korok seed that I missed earlier. And I might have not have even gotten them all yet, but we will. Once we go back through on round 2 of the Great Plateau here, we'll 100% all that fun stuff. Oops. Wow, even that little bit of extra stam, it makes a ton of difference. One little sliver, you can definitely feel the difference already. Alright. Easy does it.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you.
James Baratha Mathis Bartholomew Hyrule. I think that's his name. No, see, I was close.
I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form, I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, and turned against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
And there it is, boy. Boy, I forgot how long those cutscenes were. Been a while since I've seen all those. There it is, guys. I will show the warm doublet just because we've been talking about that. Or no, I'll say that for next stream, actually. We've gone on long enough here. We're pushing 2.5 hours, wowzers. So yeah, I think this is a real good stopping point. So guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Definitely wanted to say Happy Mother's Day again one more time. And, let's see here. I'll catch up on a little bit of chat before we say farewell. Excuse me. Oh, hey, American Justice. Good to see ya. And hey, AJ, I don't know if you saw the post from yesterday, but I did get the other channel going, Lore After Dark. I think I named it Lore Plays After Dark. But, yeah, definitely took your advice on that one and got the new channel up and running. So if you're interested in Cyberpunk, please feel free to check that out. There's a link in my posts, or my community, whatever that says now on YouTube. But, definitely had a lot of fun playing it, so definitely hope it turns out to be a real good playthrough. So anyway, guys, I'll go ahead and drop my hard save here. And if I can figure out how to do that. And bid you all farewell, and hope you guys have an amazing Sunday, and we will definitely see you guys back next weekend for more Breath of the Wild action. Guys, there's a lot coming. Breath of the Wild, when I come back on Saturday at noon, that'll be Central Time. That's probably the most important video there will be of the game. This is right as soon as we got off the Great Plateau, how I get us to that point where we're ready to take on the whole game at that point. So, you know, we're talking Hest 2, we're talking Rainforest, we're talking Bone System, we're talking 5-star Speedster Horse. Like, my toes are wiggling just thinking about it all. Like, I cannot wait for next Saturday to roll around. But anyway, so yeah, we're definitely going to be doing Breath of the Wild Master Mode here moving forward on weekends. Guys, I've played a lot of new games lately. I needed to get it done, so I just got it done. As far as they all go, surprisingly, this is the game I wanted to come back to. This, Skyrim, Cyberpunk. Those are my top 3. So, you know, they're all fun in their own right, but nothing will ever top these 3. Maybe GTA 6. I don't know yet. If that game ever releases. Oh, speaking of new games. Subnautica 2. This week. Super excited. So there will be some rando streamo going on this week. Whenever that launches, I'll be on live doing that. I have been waiting for that. That was another one. I wasn't sure if it was ever going to make it. But here it is, guys. It's early release, which means it's going to be bugged and it's not going to be complete. It'll be like half the map, whatever. I don't care. I want to play it. So anyway, yeah, that'll be a lot of fun this week too. Yep, absolutely. Happy to do it. And definitely appreciate y'all hanging out today, too. It was really fun to have the gang back together and get back into some Breath of the Wild action. Definitely have missed it, and have missed y'all. So anyway, guys, just one final time here. If you wouldn't mind taking that quick moment to like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate those things. And as always, until the next time, best of luck, happy hunting. Peace out, y'all.